What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. Now, unless you guys have been living under a rock, you have heard that the first Bitcoin-related ETF has finally hit the market. And what that is the ProShares Trust Bitcoin Strategy ETF. And that's garnered a lot of buzz. It has made headlines everywhere because for the longest time, people have been trying to get a Bitcoin related and a cryptocurrency related ETF together, but nothing has been approved by the regulators to enable people to do this. This particular ETF is not a Bitcoin purchasing ETF. And that's maybe a little bit of a confusion point there, but what this does is that it buys future contracts of Bitcoin. So what they are doing is instead of buying actual Bitcoins, when you invest in this ETF, they are buying the financial instrument that predicts what Bitcoin will be priced in the future. And on that news, even though they're not purchasing actual Bitcoin, Bitcoin went on a major rally and it ended up getting up to about $66,000. Now, at the same time, Ethereum also had a major rally up to about $4,300, and that is just for the first ETF that trades in Bitcoin-related financial instruments, not even the cryptocurrency itself. This is exciting because with this being the first one, it's probably going to open the floodgates to other cryptocurrency related ETFs that have the potential to make investors a lot of money. Because just like all the other markets, such as stock markets, such as the real estate market, the cryptocurrency market has shown that over time it continues to go up and will probably always go up over time, just like all the other markets. But with the caveat that they typically are quite a bit more volatile than the other markets, just because of the nature of the asset and being that it's essentially an unregulated marketplace for the time being. This comes as the CEO of JP Morgan Chase has claimed that Bitcoin is worthless. And that is very funny because they were one of the first ones that opened up Bitcoin trading to their investors under the excuse or the reason of, well, if people want it, then we should enable them to be able to trade on it, which is another way of saying that if people want it, we can make money on trading it, so we are going to do it. And that is the most likely reason that like JP Morgan Chase and others have allowed Bitcoin trading for their clients. When you get into is Bitcoin worthless? Are any of these cryptocurrencies worthless? That is a very interesting discussion because a lot of times when these banks view these things and they say that they're worthless, they're always looking at it from the perspective of a traditional investment, such as a stock or such as real estate, where they can say that this is the profits, these are the gross profits, this is the earnings per share, this is their gross revenue, and it's gone up by this or that. Or if it's a piece of real estate, that it is worth this, that the rents are this, or that this market is going up in value. And now when you look at cryptocurrencies in that light, through that lens, it's very easy to say, yeah, they're worthless because cryptocurrencies don't have any profits. They don't have any intrinsic value, like gold or silver. Not only are they, physical things that you can hold, but they also have industrial applications to them as well. They don't appreciate in value because, they're building a 4-family unit on it or $1 million home or anything like that. The thing that cryptocurrencies have, and the reason why they have value, is because people have agreed that they have value. And that is really the only real reason that most of these cryptocurrencies out there have value. And just because that is the only reason that they have value, that doesn't mean that they don't have value. Because, as long as people are willing to trade their dollars for these cryptocurrencies, that it has or establishes the value. When you look at this from the perspective of utility, from what can these things do, Ethereum is one that has, in my opinion, legitimate value from a traditional marketplace lens. for example, most, or I shouldn't say most, but quite a few currency or cryptocurrencies are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So even if it wouldn't have necessarily utility as far as a means for payment or, transferring money from one person to another, it does have utility on the fact that it is the foundation of quite a few other cryptocurrencies. And then Bitcoin has proven itself to be a store of value similar to that of gold, albeit with a much higher level of volatility, but a value that seems like it is going to continue to just go up over time. Now, when we're looking at these ETFs, I think that the real exciting factor for these is going to be when they can actually buy physical, or I shouldn't say physical, but actual cryptocurrencies, because there's nothing physical about them at all, which is, one of the reasons why a lot of big finance folks say that they're worthless. And, in addition to that, I had my skepticism on it as well, going back to when Bitcoin first came out. But, over time, you look at them, you say, this can make money for folks, so let's do it. But with these ETFs that are coming out, I wholeheartedly believe that as cryptocurrencies become more mainstream in the financial markets, and especially after this first ETF kind of broke the ice of the cryptocurrency ETF, I believe that we will start seeing ETFs that are going to be purchasing cryptocurrencies directly. And now those will probably be broken up very similar to index funds and ETFs are now, as far as maybe you only get the top 100, like it would be like the Vanguard Crypto 100, and it would be the top 100 based on price or market cap or whatever metric that they have. Or maybe there is a total crypto market ETF where they try to purchase a percentage of every single cryptocurrency that is on the market, and that would be something that people can invest into, similar to a VTSAX, a VTI, a VOO, or any other of the large low fee index funds and ETFs. The exciting thing about that for the individual crypto investor and someone who has money into cryptocurrency right now is that that amount of money and that amount of institutional money and the money from just regular everyday people like you and I coming into the cryptocurrency market should cause the value of cryptocurrencies initially, I would think, to explode and then to just reliably go up over time. Because especially if these people can start adding, like these people, I mean like, the everyday Joe, you and me, everyday money, folks like you and I, if people can start adding these to their 401ks and they're just essentially mindlessly investing into them every paycheck without really looking at it, and these financial institutions are just wrapping these things up in a retirement plan, like these targeted funds or whatever, the amount of money coming into crypto markets will be incredible. It will be very similar to when 401ks became popular and just slews of money started to permeate the stock market and cause the stock market to go up at a very rapid pace. And if you're an individual cryptocurrency holder right now, depending on what you're in or whatever, you could potentially see the crypto market and perhaps your particular coin go up in a similar fashion. So guys, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up on it. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. If you guys have purchased BITO, Pro Shares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, leave me a comment down below why you're doing it, what you think is the future of this, and any other comment that you guys have, especially if you've purchased this ETF. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to grow your wealth, increase your success, put you on the road to financial freedom. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.